If you're working a full-time job in the UK, earning what feels like a decent salary on paper, but your current account is consistently hitting 2 days before payday, you are not alone. There is a massive, silent epidemic happening across the country right now. People are making more money than ever before, yet they feel completely trapped in a cycle of financial survival. You look at your outgoings, you see the cost of groceries, you see your rent or mortgage, and you wonder where on earth all your hard-earned cash is actually disappearing to. The mainstream media loves to blame the cost of living crisis, inflation, or the price of electricity, but the brutal truth is much closer to home. Society has engineered a system designed to keep the UK middle class permanently broke, and you are likely falling into the traps without even realizing it. Today, we are breaking down the psychological and structural reasons why you are still broke, pulling back the curtain on the hidden financial leaks destroying your wealth, and giving you the exact blueprint to plug those holes and reclaim your financial power. The very first reason you are still broke is a phenomenon known as lifestyle creep, and it is the ultimate assassin of wealth for middle-income earners. When you first graduate or start your career, you might be earning £24,000 a year. You share a flat, you buy supermarket own-brand food, and you manage to get by. A few years later, you get a promotion or switch jobs, and suddenly you are earning £45,000 a year. Mathematically, you should be flush with cash. But what actually happens? You upgrade your flat to a solo apartment because you deserve your own space. You swap your reliable old hatchback for a brand new German saloon on a PCP finance deal costing £400 a month because you want to look successful. You start shopping at Marks and Spencer instead of Lidl, and you book 3 foreign holidays a year instead of 1. Without making a conscious decision, your expenses rise to completely swallow your new income. You are earning twice as much money, but you are still living paycheck to paycheck. You have upgraded your lifestyle, but you haven't upgraded your net worth. You are just operating at a higher level of broke. This links directly into the second massive wealth destroyer, the normalization of consumer debt in the UK. We live in a culture that has completely disconnected the act of buying from the act of having the money to pay for it. Walk down any high street or shop on any UK website, and you are bombarded with options to buy now, pay later. Services like Klarna, ClearPay, and PayPal Credit have turned everyday purchases into monthly subscriptions. You aren't just financing a car or a house anymore. You are financing a pair of trainers, a coat, or a weekend takeaway. It seems harmless when it is just £12 a month here and £20 a month there. But when you stack those micro debts on top of a heavy car finance payment and a credit card balance you keep rolling over, a massive chunk of your income is legally spoken for before your salary even hits your current account. You are working 40 hours a week just to service the ghost of your past spending choices. You don't own your income. The finance companies do. The third reason you are struggling is a hidden institutional trap unique to the UK tax system called fiscal drag. This is the stealth tax that is quietly making the middle class poorer every single month. The UK government has frozen personal tax thresholds for years. This means that as inflation drives up prices and employers give out nominal pay rises to keep up, your higher salary pushes you into higher tax bands, but the thresholds haven't moved. If your pay goes up to cross the £50,000 mark, you suddenly find yourself trapped in the 40% higher rate tax bracket. If you have children, you also start losing your child benefit through the high-income child benefit charge. Between national insurance, the 40% income tax, student loan repayments, and pension contributions, you can easily end up in a zone where you keep less than half of every extra pound you earn. If you don't understand how to legally mitigate this using salary sacrifice, pension overpayments, or an ISA, you are working harder just to hand your wealth straight over to HMRC. Next, we have to talk about the psychological trap of comparative spending, heavily amplified by social media. In the past, you only had to compete with your neighbors on your street. If they bought a new car, you felt a slight itch to upgrade. Today, you are carrying a device in your pocket that exposes you to the top 1% of the entire world 24 hours a day. You open your phone and see peers going to expensive London restaurants, wearing luxury clothing brands and staying in 5-star hotels. Your brain translates this curated highlight reel into the new baseline for a normal life. You start spending money you don't have, to buy things you don't need, to impress people you don't even like. The desire to look rich is actively preventing you from ever actually becoming rich. Authentic wealth in the UK is silent. It is the person driving a 10-year-old Toyota who has £100,000 quietly compounding inside a stocks and shares ISA. True financial freedom is having options, not objects. The final pillar keeping you broke is a complete lack of automated financial systems. Most people follow the exact same broken money formula every single month. Their salary drops into their current account on the last Friday of the month. They pay their rent or mortgage, their utility bills, and their direct debits. Then, they spend the rest of the money throughout the month on whatever they want, promising themselves that they will save whatever is left over at the end. The problem is, there is never anything left over. Human nature dictates that if money is sitting in your current account, accessible via a contactless debit card on your phone, you will find a way to spend it. To break the cycle of being broke, you must invert the formula. You have to pay yourself first. The moment your salary arrives, your investment contributions, your savings challenges money, and your emergency fund allocations must be automatically swept out of your main account before you have the chance to touch them. You force yourself to live on the remainder, adjusting your lifestyle to fit your true financial reality. Stopping the cycle of being broke doesn't require a lottery win or a six-figure inheritance. It requires a brutal, honest assessment of your habits, a refusal to participate in the consumer debt culture, and the discipline to prioritize your future self over temporary social validation. You need to take control of your cash before the system claims it for you. If you are ready to stop being a victim of the UK financial system, plug your money leaks, and learn the straight-talking strategies to build genuine wealth without the corporate jargon, make sure to hit that subscribe button right now and join the Money Mad community. We drop actionable, high-impact finance guides every single week to help you dominate your budget, optimize your taxes, and build a life of total financial independence. Thanks for watching. Drop the biggest financial leak you are going to fix this week in the comments below, and we will see you in the next video.